Hi Aries, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Starting off with the Six of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. Seems like the opportunity to engage in something that feels worth it to you to be participating in. I'm seeing somebody carrying through a message for you, Aries. I'm seeing the context of this may differ depending on the person. We're going to get a little bit further and see. For some of you, this can even be like an artistic opportunity to do something that you're getting paid for, and like it's what you would expect to be paid. Meaning it would be like you being commissioned for something and you feel like what someone is offering to pay you for the work that they want from you, you would feel good about that. Like you feel like it's worth the energy and effort and time that you'd be putting in. And that like equates financially. For some of you though, this looks as well like a relationship. So it can be either or. Maybe both of these things too. Maybe you're getting two messages. There's definitely a possibility of that for some of you. For some of you, somebody may be like asking you out. They may want to hang out with you. Someone may be asking you on a date. Someone may be trying to pursue you. I'm hearing something about a love letter for some with the Knight of Cups here. Like something where somebody would be expressing their feelings. It looks like simultaneously something else is ending for you, too. It feels kind of like a trade out that's happening. There may be a cycle that's ending, and fairly soon after there's a new opportunity for you to kind of like recreate that scenario, but maybe even with a different person. For some of you, there could have been something that you were involved in where like you weren't being paid enough, or somebody like wasn't giving the amount of energy that you had hoped for it to, if this is a relationship. And so whatever that situation that was out of balance was, it comes to an end. And it's like right after that ending, I'm seeing an opportunity open up for you. So it's kind of like, it seems like very good timing the way that this happens. It's like immediately after something ends, the opportunity is there for you. So yeah, something very serendipitous with the timing. And for some of you too, if this had been a relationship as well, it's like you get out of a relationship that you felt was not like balanced in the way that you had hoped for it to be. It's like maybe feeling a lack of equality within that, something like that. And then it's like you get a message from somebody, somebody that definitely has feelings for you. Yeah, and somebody who's very serious. I'm seeing this like just as easily be related to work as it is related to like love, relationship. So definitely put the energy, put the situation where it plays for you in your life. Whoever this person is that's trying to get together with you, like whether this be somebody trying to like hire you or to like have some type of relationship or intimacy with you, this is somebody dedicated, this is somebody serious, this is somebody that means what they say, this is a reliable energy with the King of Pentacles. This is somebody stable as well. So there's like a high regard behind what it is that they're saying. Like this is a committed type of energy. It may also feel like the type of stability that you've been looking for as well. I'm looking at a highlight of Pluto here. For some of you, you could be joining forces to work with someone. I'm looking at Capricorn and Taurus. There may be a moment of inner conflict that you're feeling, because it seems like there's a choice that needs to be made in relation to what it is that you want. Because I'm seeing it be like a choice between the Devil and the Hierophant. So it's like something that may be more related to the physical plane versus something that would be related more so to the spiritual plane, and feeling a sense of inner conflict because of that, because of what it is that you're seeking. It seems like a type of decision that needs to be made. I'm hearing going forward. This is interesting. It feels almost like, remember, energies can always be reversed. You may be like really caught up in observing other people and maybe like comparing or feeling some type of concern with what other people are doing. I'm feeling with the Devil with the Page of Swords below. Because when we see those two together, it's like obsessively watching something or like feeling very very sucked into something, but it's something very worldly. But it's like almost like overtly doing this in a way where it becomes out of balance with like your scheme of doing things. So there may be something that you want to cut back on. Because there's an opportunity to elevate yourself, maybe in a way that because you'd been giving your energy to something else, you hadn't have had that opportunity. And it looks like balance is being restored now. It kind of feels like a shift of perspective and the shift of energy that follows because of that. And this can be like anything that you get sucked into as well. What I'm seeing is that, like, if you're engaging in something and when you're in the midst of engaging with that, or like moments after when you walk away, you're feeling conflicted, this is a sign that it's something you need to pull yourself out of and like reorient yourself with and maybe do less of. This is what I'm seeing here. And I mean, this can even be like you're watching a TV show, and it's like while you're watching it, you feel yourself like experiencing a lot of anxiety, or you're watching like certain tarot readings, and like the energy of the reader, like how you're feeling when you're in the midst of this, like because of the interaction, you're feeling like an anxious energy, it feels uncomfortable. So this is about being like, okay, this is what I'm feeling right now, this is about being present to your emotions and the process of what's going on, and be like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or maybe I want to take a break from doing this. That's what it feels like. So it's like anything that you may be like engaging in a way where there's like a surplus of energy that's being given to something out of balance. And now there's a focus being brought back to self-care over here with the Queen of Pentacles. It feels almost like something could be even distracting you from your purpose at times, you may feel. You may have things that you feel like you're meant to be tending to right now, but at times it feels kind of overburdening to you, and so like that may be why the distraction is happening. It's like maybe even escapism at times, but it kind of feels like such a focus or fixation on the escapism that there's like a lack of grounding that's being felt at times. And I'm not seeing this too as being like immediately you start doing something and like alarms go off. It's like this can be something that was subtly like built up in. It's like today I spend 5 minutes doing it, and then the next day I spend 10 minutes, and then the day after that I spend 15, and it's like something that may have like increased in increments, so it was more subtle that you were giving your energy to that. And then it's like all of a sudden you're recognizing like, oh, I don't feel good while I'm doing this, or like, oh, I'm walking away and like I feel really unsettled, and it's like something like that. So it's about, again, being present to your emotions and what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, and like using that as a cue to redirect your energy and how you've been spending your time. You being present to your needs is also going to help you focus on like managing whatever stress this is that you've been feeling. There's also a sense of like maybe dwelling a bit on things that have happened, and there's a sense now of like turning around and walking away from that. It's like bringing an end to maybe even like distress that you had been feeling to some degree. And it feels very much like you're going to be breaking a pattern here. Yeah, it feels like you want to be pursuing something, but it feels very heavy to do, and it's because there's like more stuff than necessary that you may be carrying with you from moment to moment. So it's like if you keep like giving your energy to things, there's a sense of that being funneled into things other than what it is that you want to be working on. And by like redirecting the direction of that energy, there's a sense of you being able to accomplish something that now that may have felt like almost like an unreachable mountain that you had been trying to focus on and climb. This feels too like an awakening when it comes to what it is that you're manifesting as well, and maybe why it was more difficult to manifest something in the first place. It's like if you're trying to make something happen, it shouldn't be like exceedingly difficult in order for you to do that if it's something that's in balance, if it's something that's in flow with like the way. So it feels like the realization of this and being able to adjust your movements now, like because of that epiphany that you have. In the first spread, I'm looking at Pluto. Here I'm looking at Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius. And in the end spread, I'm looking at Saturn, Mars, and Mercury. I'm being like very drawn to the Saturn, Mars, and Mercury in that last spread. Mars is like how we want to take action, what it is that we want to create. It's the masculine energy. Mercury would be like processing, expressing ourselves, communication, like again, what it is that we want to create and how it is that we want to pass that along. So it's like those two energies working together. And with Saturn there, it's like learning how to do that better, learning how to be more effective, and learning what's been like restricting you from making that process more simple or easier for you. So it's like a hump that you're getting over. The Eight of Wands. So it looks like you're picking a direction that you want to go in and heading straight that way. Towards something that you have a natural inclination with for. There may be somebody that you're linking up with. I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles, which can speak on a collaboration, can speak on getting advice for something that you're doing, getting input as well. This feels like it feels like you have a certain ability that you want to be using, and you may be having a conversation with someone, or like getting help from someone like in some sort of way, or conferring with them about how it is that you want to be using like this natural skill, talent, ability that you have, whatever you want to label that as, something innate, and how you want to be using that like in the most pure sense. I'm hearing good head on their shoulders with the King of Wands here. You may be working with someone that already has like a background related to what it is that you want to be pursuing. Because there's a sense of moving in a direction where you're learning and understanding more and more about like natural talent that you have and how you want to express that, and feeling a sense of fulfillment because you're pursuing something that is like goes along the way, that feels like it's in alignment with what you're doing. And I'm seeing that that brings you to connecting with another person on a creative front. For some of you, whatever it is that you're making in like this collaboration, if it's a collaboration that's happening with another person, there's a sense of this turning out to be something very big. I'm seeing with the Star card. Like there's a sense of expansion. There's a sense of something you're working on being very well known as well. Ooh, double Aquarius energy. Interesting. I'm looking at both Uranus and Aquarius here as the only major arcanas. This thing that you want to be pursuing, it seems almost like it's something that's going to be blowing up, but there's a sense of faith that is needed, that's going to be involved in what it is that you're pursuing. It may be something that's a path maybe a bit different than what you had been doing before, something that you take a chance with, something creatively you want to be pursuing. It feels fulfilling to you. There's a sense of investing in this. You know that it's right for you. And yeah, because of like what you're adding to it and also the resources that you're acquiring to be doing this, there's a sense of this like really turning into something big for you is what I'm seeing here. I'm hearing whole new ball game. You may be very surprised by the outcome of you pursuing this. And how that turns out for you. Interesting. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for participating. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.